Really? Let's get some music on.
I understood loneliness, what it was. Saw the bills on your table, for your arms, cries of love.
Hey, Incense Shop in Abby's kitchen. Welcome. I'm just trying this out. Never messed with this before. Broussards make it look real easy.
Stand up on my shoulders, tell me what you see. I am giant. We'll be breaking boulders underneath our feet.
This is my survival library. I've got some storybooks, but a lot of it's homesteading. Got back to basics. Got all kinds of useful things over here. Do you have a bookshelf like that? I still want more. I mean, I have a lot to add. Abby, this is Broken Bob back here. He's my anatomy guy, but his guts keep falling out, so we've nicknamed him Broken Bob. I just wanted to introduce you. I don't have a garden planted yet, but I do have this on standby, my survival garden. Is that backwards too? Is all this backwards? Anyway, it's got 32 different varieties of seeds in it.
We'll be breaking boulders underneath our feet. I am the giant. Oh, I am the giant.
Awesome. Is that music too loud? Trying to keep it low. That way it's not just me sitting silently because I don't know what I'm doing. It's my little office corner. Camera stuff. Got a snake. Thanks. It helps when there's more people in the chat to talk to, because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. I want to get a big garden going, but just didn't start anything this year. Just had my strawberry patch. My live stream is about how this is my first time live streaming on YouTube. I can just talk to you, Abby. It's just I need you to talk a lot more. I mean, I need you to co-host in the chat over here. Yeah, my live stream isn't about anything very interesting right now. I just wanted to see what it took to live stream on YouTube, and it was a couple clicks. It wasn't that difficult. Hey, Beach Family Homestead and Oregon, hello. Let's see.
My face above the water.
I don't know if I've seen Beach Family Homestead before.
I can see the sands on the horizon. You are not around. Slowly drifting.
I don't have that option to just click on their channel from here. I do when I'm on somebody else's chat. You haven't done a live stream yet? Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to be able to, I guess, know what you're going to talk about. I tried kombucha yesterday for the first time. It definitely tasted like vinegar tea. Wasn't delicious. It wasn't horrible because it had the berry flavoring, but I mean, I can drink it for medicine purposes. Let's see. I have been researching more plants. I don't stop researching plants. It's what I do when I'm not at work. Sometimes I do it while I'm at work. I work in a library, so I can just go look in the books. I have my plants for my next video. I just need to get around to putting it together. You live streamed once, but it sucked. Is that what you said? You love kombucha. It's okay. I don't know if I love it. I don't know. I wonder how much are you supposed to drink a day for it to have these healthful benefits I've been hearing about? Because I took like 2 little sips. It's probably more than 2 little sips you're supposed to drink. Hello, Freedom, using Farm and Arbor Homestead. Working in a library is pretty awesome. It's different from library to library how awesome it is, because sometimes working there, you can't really read anything or do anything fun, but I have had the privilege of working with pretty good people, usually, not all the time. But yeah, it's awesome to be surrounded by books and knowledge all the time. If I'm thinking of something new I want to know about, you can't find everything on the internet. It's a crazy concept, but it's true. Hello, Tony Patriot. This is my first live stream. You usually drink 12 to 16 ounces each day. Do you make it yourself? Are you buying that much? Because that seems like it would add up if you're drinking it every day. Maybe you're drinking it occasionally. Oh, you do make it yourself. That's pretty cool. Hello, David Carlisle. Do you make it yourself, like in a big jar? You have I can't remember the name of the SCOBY. Do you grow your own SCOBY? Oh, you did a SCOBY video. I need to check it out. I was trying to click on your channel from here, but I guess I'm gonna have to search it. I'll do it on my phone. Doop. Are you going to sleep? Instant shop. I'll see you later. You drink it every other day. Okay. Thank you for hitting that like button, Mr. Carlisle. You know, I should have put Evar. I spelled it wrong. I'm sorry. You love kombucha, but haven't tried making it. Yeah, I mean, I just tried it. It's not delicious, but I mean, if it is true because it's super good for you. I'm thinking about making it because I don't like buying things when I can just make it. You figured out why your SCOBY was dark. You remembered after you made the video that you used black tea leaves to flavor it. Okay. Abby, you've never tried kombucha, but a lot of people make it. Yeah. I think you should try it at least once. I did it after. Who was that told us? Was it Single Dad Homestead? I can't remember. Somebody said that they'd drink a lot of it and helped him out. Tree pizza? Pizza tree? What? I would like for a tree to grow pizza, I think. Alright, let me do this Beach Family Homestead. Beach Family Homestead. Looking you up. It helps with stomach issues. Roots and Ref drinks it. Wood instead of cheese. I don't know what's happening. Hello, SH Momney. I am subscribed to you, Beach Family. I'm gonna have to go through your videos and look for that kombucha. Do I got it on the first try though? Is this a successful live stream? I'm sitting on my leg. It's delicious. Toaster head guy, I don't know what you're talking about. Pizza trees and wood instead of cheese. Oh, it's a short video. Well, I mean, I don't know a whole lot, so probably even a short video is better than nothing. Live stream is good. Thanks. You really like my artwork. Thank you. I did paint that. Not this. I didn't paint that. That's from a video game. It's a video game poster, but I painted this. Hello, Pete's Little Homestead. I'm sorry, Toasterhead Guy's not your name, but you have a long name. Laban Pro, the Toasterhead. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, I appreciate that. It'd probably be more interesting if I had, like you guys do, have a lot of people around. Because I never feel bored when I watch the Broussards. But I'm boring myself. Hello, new friend. Danny, Happy Farms, Louisiana. Are you in Louisiana? I'm sorry. I don't know how to say your name. I'm just going to call you Toasterhead Guy, yeah. You brew kombucha too? Let's see. Oh, Danny, I'm already subscribed to you too. Cool. North Louisiana. I guess I'm more south. In St. Tammany. That's because you're crazy, Abby. I don't know. I mean, crazy is entertaining, but I think it's the and you guys know a lot. just interesting. Interesting people. Your husband is from Lake Charles. You are a transplant. Well, I'm glad you're thriving as a transplant. Yeah, it's cool. I like Louisiana. Being tropical type of climate, it's really easy to grow things. You don't have hard frosts usually, and they're not going to be long winters. So, lots of plants to forage. I thought starting my foraging videos that it was just going to be, a handful of plants. When I first started, I was going to do an edible one and a toxic one because I thought I'm going to run out of edible plants really quickly. But then the more I started reading into it and looking at the plants growing around, I realized that there are way more edible plants than I thought, and that most of the plants that I'm looking at are edible. It's almost like if it's not grass or poison ivy, you can eat it. Not entirely true, but there's tons of edible plants here. It's crazy, but awesome. You've been through St. Tammany many, many times. Well, welcome to St. Tammany. Kirsty, will this be a regular live time? I can't promise you that. I'd like to have a regular live time, but I have to have a regular work schedule for that to happen. I can it wouldn't be in the middle of the day probably. I'm not sure. I will try to set a regular live time, but I can't do it right now. I can't set it right now. You have found your passion in growing food. You miss surfing and hiking, though. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you find it interesting. And yeah, you can't really surf here. But, there's some hiking. There's some parts you can find some hills. I was just talking about it this morning. Clark's Creek. Clark's Creek is some hiking. Hello, Rainbow 505. I am glad you love my videos and that you've been learning. I'm learning a lot. So, it's awesome. I was just thinking you could let two family know so they can add it to their list. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember they had their list. And I'll let them know as soon as I figure it out. We love random lives. Oh, live streams. We love random live streams. You just do it when you're feeling it. Go for it. Look at you, Toaster Head guys. Still talking about pizza. Love your foraging videos. Been trying to learn what different things are around my yard. Finding a lot of things people call weeds are edible. Yes. Yes. Weeds are just plants that people don't know what to do with. Weed is a relative term. Grass is useless besides being a ground cover. So maybe grass is the weed here. There's so much that you can just go pick and eat. There's no reason to starve. At least not in the South. Like, I understand the wintry places where you have half the year of snow and there's not a whole lot of plants, maybe. But not here. Food growing outside all year round. And I don't know a lot about Oregon plants, but maybe after I'm done with Louisiana plants, if I'm ever cover everything, I probably won't. But I do want to go to other states and learn some other plants. Go learn some deserty plants, mountainy plants. Oh, you're setting up the pool. Nice. It's good weather to have a pool. Yeah, grass is useless. I mean, if you can't grow anything else and the ground is muddy because it's just dirt, grass can be helpful. But if you're killing the edible or medicinal plants just to grow grass, that's terrible. Terrible. Grass areas just for the dog to pee on. Okay, see, there's a use for grass right there. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to learn about plants from everywhere. I got a comment asking if I'd do a video on Colorado plants. I mean, I would. I don't live in Colorado, though. Hello, Andy McCurdy. You love my bloopers and outtakes. You know, I don't love those as much as you, but I'm learning to get over myself and how goofy I am. Anchor painting. Yes, it is my anchor painting. Oh, love anchors the soul. You like live streams. Okay. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Tony. Bloopers are always great. You can add them just anytime you flub, you mess up. I mean, I mess up constantly. Gardening anchors your soul. There you go. Your love for gardening, right? Yeah, I mean, I'd love to travel, and if the next time I travel, maybe I can find local plants while I'm there. I was supposed to go to Tennessee next month, but I don't think that's happening. It's okay. And I did go to Colorado in February. Yeah, Danny, I was thinking that. Abby, since you're co-hosting right now. Here you go, Danny. Hello, JDS. I don't. Can you get copywriting in a live stream? I'm not sure. Just in case, let's see. Do. That's not it. Oh well. When's the next forage? I do a forage video every weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of those days we'll have a foraging video each weekend. Really? All right, well, it's just me here. I can't trust YouTube. And thank you, Danny, for letting me know. Instrumentals. Here we go. This one looks good. Beard truths, and I don't know who to tell the truth about beards. Yes, wield that wrench like a garden spade. Yeah, instrumental doesn't mean the same as world free. It's true. But I bet that it would be less likely. No problem, Abby. You seem like you're a busy lady. Mm-hmm. Got like some hip hop going. Okay. Harvested 5 peppers. What kind of peppers are you harvesting? Oh, is it Breathe Truth? Yeah, I'm trying to turn it down. Hey, Frey. Your favorite plant? Jalapeno peppers. For the, there you go, for whenever you're here. Trying out live on YouTube. Ask me foraging questions. You grow peppers and vegetables. You're going to Scoot. Doing a great job. Thanks. Yeah, go get those kids. This is not this music, man. Can't win. What got me into foraging was, it was just something I always wanted to learn. I knew that there were a handful of edible plants that grew around, like dandelions and clovers, and I was just really curious what else. And finally, I was encouraged to start making videos, and it was something that really forced me to learn, to focus and learn and actually do it. Like, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, I really want to learn that, and another to actually go and learn it. So I plan on growing, I don't know, tomatoes. I'm trying to think of what. We have these long, warm. What are you growing right now, Abby? I know y'all talk about it. I'm not sure. I don't know what I want to grow. I like vegetables a lot. I want to grow all of the vegetables. Can I grow all of them? I like growing watermelon. Oh, no problem, beach family. Do you know of any schedules or lists for foraging, like when things are ripe or ready in your area? For Louisiana, spring and summer and fall are basically the same season when it comes to warmth. So there's a lot of plants that are available from spring to early fall before it really gets cold. I haven't gotten to any winter or cold plants yet since I just started this in April. So I've only been making myself learn this stuff for a few months. I mean, right now there's so much stuff. The elderberries are about to finish flowering and turn into berries, and I will be attempting to make elderberry desserts and medicine for the first time. That's what happened to you with aquaponics and hydroponics. You finally made yourself learn? Or are you still in the I need to learn that stage? What are the best wild plants to start foraging for beginners? Well, I mean, I'm still a beginner. The ones that are easy to identify and not easily mixed up with other plants, at least not other plants that are toxic, like dandelions are easy to identify. There are things called false dandelions that are slightly different, or a few other yellow flower that look similar, but none of them are toxic. You can eat them too. Some taste better than others. Clover flowers are easy to identify. Wood sorrel's pretty easy and good if you like to eat sour stuff. I don't recommend eating any berries at first. I feel like that's one of the most toxic things. Or mushrooms. Don't just start eating that kind of stuff. You don't know all the stuff, Abby. You're the cook, not the gardener. Oh, I see. You know you have tomatoes, bell peppers, banana peppers, cayenne peppers. You got a lot of peppers. Herbs and other stuff you don't know. Yeah, I have some herbs growing, like cooking herbs like rosemary, mint, that kind of thing. There are lots and lots of wild eatables. There sure are, Pete's Little Homestead. I have not picked and used elderberry yet. I have used the flowers to make tea, which I really liked. It's a nice, sweet, and flowery tea. I love it. Oh, you're neck deep in them. Okay, so good. Been at it for 6 years. Well, nice. So you're probably an expert now, right? Beach Family Homestead, doing something for 6 years. I'm hoping, 6 years from now, I'll be a master herbalist, right? If I'm learning 2 plants a week. So, 6 years, I should know a lot of things. Living in a hut in the forest, overgrown with vines and stuff. Vines in my hair. Hey, Broussards. Yeah, that's okay. I'm busy homesteaders. Man, got something stuck. Okay. I like to see that vision of 6 years in the future from now. First year beekeeper. Yeah. So, you know more than about beekeeping. But 6 years of beekeeping, and then where will you be? Genius, a genius beekeeper. Watch video, rose petals and rose hips. Yeah, thank you, David Carlisle. I've known about some plants like roses for a while. I knew that you could eat those. There were about maybe 3 or 4 plants that I could identify and know you could eat. Roses were one, but I've never seen a rose hip. My roses don't grow rose hips, and I haven't seen wild roses before. I know they're around here somewhere. I just haven't seen them. It's part of my job now is to hunt these plants down. I go to different people's properties as well as my own, searching for plants that I've read about that I know grow here somewhere. I haven't done a video on dandelions yet because I've only found a few and they grow right next to the road, and you can't eat things that are growing next to the road. They're going to be covered in pollution. You can't eat that kind of stuff. Yeah, beach family. I'm going to try to get to that meetup too. I think that would be really fun. There's so much on my list of plants that I have read a little bit about that I want to find and do videos. Purslane. I haven't done a video on goldenrod. I can't think if that's the right one. What I'm thinking of. Dandelions all over your yard. It's not fair. Send me some. What I did do earlier this year was take some of the seed puffs off of the dandelions growing by the road and throw them into my yard, hoping I'll get some dandelions. I do have some sow thistle, which kind of looks like dandelions. I can do a video on that, but I think those only pop up in early spring, because I haven't seen some since then. Yeah, beach family, you need to go check that out. I'm hoping those seeds get me some. Dandelions are supposed to grow like weeds, right? Hopefully I'll get some. I have some muscadines growing now. The berries are small and green. I can't wait. I'll do a video on that. That's the only thing I've jarred before. I made jelly last year for muscadines. Rose hips appear 3 or 4 weeks after the blooms are spent. It's not all varieties. I sit and I watch on my roses, and there's nothing there. The petals fall off, and then there's just a stick there. Very sad. Thank you, Broussards. I had copyrighted music on earlier. This is royalty free that I have going now. I didn't realize that it would mean anything for a live stream, but somebody was nice enough to tell me earlier. YouTube is crazy. We made some dewberry freezer jelly the other day. Oh, that sounds really good. Is freezer jelly different than regular jelly? Is it just frozen dewberry juice? My blackberries and dewberries all died out pretty early around here for some reason. My thing that I do every year is at least collect enough for a pie, and I couldn't. I missed out. They just disappeared. I don't know what happened. The plants, the leaves are still there, just the berries are gone. Hey, Michigan daffodil, you didn't really miss much. I'm just here babbling. Yes, thank you, Broussard. I appreciate that a lot because I am just starting out basically on everything. So I own my ignorance. I appreciate advice. Thanks, Tony. I have my plants for my next video and a half. Thank you, David Carlisle. Have a good one. Begonias. Sour. Another sour plant. I love the sour plants. I still sometimes sneak some of that wood sorrel. I'm hoping if I just drink enough water after, it won't mess with my kidneys. Taking risks. Can't help that I love sour stuff. Now I've discovered it. I can't undiscover it. Black raspberries. I don't know if we have black raspberries. We definitely don't have raspberries. Where are you from, Pete's Little Homestead? I like all the berries. My strawberry patch, it just gives off these little bitty strawberries. They're really delicious, but they're little, and it's just a few at a time. I'd love to be able to make something with it. I'm hoping all the plants survive till next year because they just made more little strawberry plant babies, and I would love for those next year to produce. I really want to make something with those strawberries. They're so juicy and delicious. There's nothing like growing your own fruits and vegetables. Mr. You said, yes, just boil with sugar and pectin and put it in jars and let set in the freeze for a year. Whoa, that's a long time. 213 months. Wow. I might have to try it, but I don't know if I have that much patience. I have not tried stinging nettle tea, JDS, because as far as I know, we don't grow stinging nettles. I'd like to try to do things with those plants, but have not found them. I'm not sure they grow here. Pete's Little Homestead, you're from Kentucky. Wow. I wonder if raspberries do grow wild here. I've never seen them before. Jelly can be made using Queen Anne's lace. Really? I don't know too much about Queen Anne's lace yet. I've seen them, well, seen pictures of them in the books that I'm reading. But you have to differentiate between hemlock. Hibiscus jelly. I haven't tried that. The only jelly I've made is muscadine and huckleberry, but that's been years. Huckleberry jelly is very good. Let's see, hibiscus. I had to remind myself what those were. Have I seen those lately? I think my sister grows those. I'm in Louisiana, Pete's Little Homestead. How do you make jelly with flowers? Is it the same? You just boil it down with sugar and pectin? I saw people talking about making jelly with elderflowers. Saw a video where jelly was made with lilacs and violets. Wow, that sounds really cool. I mean, to make a flower jelly. Yeah, huckleberry jelly is good. Steep the flowers. And I'm sure I can find a video on it or something. I just never, something I haven't looked into yet. All right, Abby, thank you for stopping by, and good luck on the meetup. I really hope I can make it. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Make a tea and strain out the flowers. Okay. I do want to try that. There's still a lot of elderflowers growing. I wonder if anybody's made jelly out of the mimosa flowers. Haven't done anything with those yet, but they smell amazing. Making tea with pine needles. Yes, I made some last winter, but I ended up not drinking it because the source that I had heard from it back then I wasn't 100% about. So I made it, and I used it for the smell. I used it for that pine needle steam, and it smelled amazing. But I didn't trust it, so I ended up throwing it out after it was all, cooled off. But now I know that you can do it. It's going to be okay. That'll be something I'll do. I like making tea out of everything. Jelly with dandelion, redbud, violet. I guess you can make jelly out of anything, huh? Can you make pine needle jelly? Yes, when in doubt, don't do it. Yes. Rule number 1, if you aren't sure, don't eat it. That goes with any of my videos. If you see something that kind of looks like that but aren't sure, just don't do it. People say find an herbalist around you and ask them. I don't know any herbalists, but if I really don't know and can't find out for sure, it's just best to not do it. Hopefully you're not actually starving to death and you can just go, eat something out your fridge. Don't need to risk eating some hemlock or something. Don't eat the wrong mushrooms. Do any of you forage for mushrooms? That's something I really want to do. The only thing that I've eaten wild is the chanterelles because they're so easy to identify. Pine needle jelly. Hey, Michigan daffodil, if you do try that, let me know. I mean, I imagine it'd be kind of savory. Bumping into things. I mean, not savory, but, piney. What would you put it on? Biscuits? I wonder if the sugar in it, takes away from the vitamin C, kind of the benefits. You forage for morels. Morel. I don't think we grow those here. No. Yeah, we don't grow those here, unfortunately. Got a lot of experience with the University of Tennessee mycology professor Coleman McLennigan. I wish I knew a mycology professor. I would be following that person around. I would be like, teach me. I'd be picking mushrooms left and right saying, what is this? We have mushrooms grow everywhere because it's such a wet climate here. I can figure out usually the general type of mushroom it is, but not the specific kind. Boletes. We have tons of boletes that grow, but I'm just not sure what kind of bolete. They say some pine is citrusy. I mean, it does have a lot of vitamin C. 2 years in Gatlinburg. Yeah. That's another thing I want to learn. And it's just, there's so much to learn. I hope I live to be 200 so that I can learn all this stuff. Mushrooms and plants and gardening techniques and beekeeping. There's so much cooking and preserving. I wish that I had older people in my family who had passed this stuff on to me, because I would know so much by now. They would have started teaching me as a kid. But it's starting with me. Yeah. There's so much I want to learn. And there's a lot of people who say that and then don't take the time aside from whatever they're doing that's less important than learning. If you want to watch an herbalist, watch Rain Country. Okay. Good. I'm glad your mom is trying to learn with you. My mom is learning too. She watches my videos. Rain. I'll look that up. Yeah, I subscribe to them. I can't learn enough. Here. So anybody that listens is going to learn with me because I'm so excited about learning it. I'm like, can you believe you can just eat this stuff? It's everywhere. 200 acres brought you here. Welcome, Sam Stevenson. And Deborah Broyles, welcome. Sometimes my neighbors will message me and say, is this that plant you talked about in your video? It's amazing. I did paint that anchor. I showed it earlier, but it's got Love Anchors the Soul on it. Also got there. Your neighbor thought you were weird when you ate a flower off something she was calling weed. Nice. Yeah. I have gotten that. People ask about the plant thing and they say, why are you doing that? Well, I think it's really interesting, okay? Because no one knows this stuff. You can eat all this stuff around you and no one knows it. Or some of it is good for insect bites. If you're out on a picnic with your family and boom, there's some chickweed there, but you don't have any calamine lotion, you can use the chickweed. There's all kinds of plants you can use when you don't have proper medical care. No, I didn't see the video you did for Single Dad. What was that about? I don't think we have borage flowers around here. Yesterday you picked some elderflowers. You can use the flowers for tea, not just the berries. Yes, I love elderflower tea. It's delicious. Which plants have you covered in your vids that apply to Europe as well? Only a couple that I know of, Sam. Bilberries and I believe elderberries grow in Europe as well. Roses. I'm not sure other than that. A lot of the plants here have come from Asia or Europe, but I'm not sure which ones. I'd like to cover more plants that are everywhere, but I'm working with what I have here in Louisiana right now. Oh, I haven't done a video on elderberries yet. I just realized that. I haven't done a video on elderberries yet. I will though. It's on my agenda. And it's probably going to be its own video. Normally I cover 2 plants per video, but since elderberry, you can use the flowers and the berries, and they do different things. I'd like to do a whole video on it. I'm trying to think. I know there are a few other ones. I think chickweed. I have a book that that is actually based in the UK, I believe, and it covers everyday herbs, and a lot of them grow here too. Thank you, Deborah Broyles. And I'm glad you found it informative. I do my best. Chickweed is one of the commonest in the UK. Okay. I have a video on that. Chickweed is awesome. And it was one of the tastier ones. A lot of these plants that I taste are bitter, and I end up kind of regretting not cooking it before eating it, but I am very curious and I have to taste these things. Chickweed was actually good. Self-heal is on my list too, and I believe that's also in the UK as a very common plant. I want to do a video on stinging nettle. I can't find any here. I need to find some stinging nettle just so I can make a video. What other, do you have plants that you want to know about, Sam Stevenson? Self-heal is a different, I believe that's different from comfrey. I haven't covered comfrey yet, but yes, that's different than comfrey. Self-heal is also known as heal all. So it has a little purple flower that comes up. You eat raw nettles. Oh my goodness. You have to be careful. The small ones, huh? The small nettle plants. You haven't found it either. You can find the purple dead nettle. Yeah, I found some henbit. Have someone send you stinging nettle. Oh my goodness. It sounds hazardous, but I would take it if someone can send me stinging nettle. You just planted some self-heal. Awesome, Deborah. That seems like a really cool plant. And a lot of these are. I mean, they're used for so many different things. When you find stinging nettle, you will know. Yes. Saw a video on Muling and learned from seeing it that it grows here. I have not seen any yet. Stinging nettle is, I mean, if it's common in the US, it's not common in my area because I've not found any. I think that it grows in some places in the US, but I live in Louisiana. I've yet to see it. I've heard that it's very common. It's everywhere over in the UK, huh? You foraged ramps the last 2 years. I'm not sure what ramps are. Hello, Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm. Alaska has stinging nettle. Nice. You can't find it in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Stinging nettle beach family homestead. Oh, ramps are wild onions. Okay, I remember hearing that now. We have wild onions in some places. It's been a while since I've seen some, but I do know that we have them in some places. I don't know what kind of wild onion they are, though. No stinging nettle there. Yeah. Nettle can be used as a fertilizer, too, for all the vegetables in your garden. Nice. I didn't know that. Your friend thought he could eat foxglove. Oh. Yeah. I learned about foxglove when I was trying to look for some local toxic plants. I like to talk about the toxic ones too, so people know, not just to eat it because it's a flower or because maybe it looks like it might be edible. Dock leaves help with nettle sting. You know, Sam Stevenson, not all dock plants. We have curly dock and swamp dock here, and they're good for some stings and wounds and things, but they're not as good for nettle stings as what dock is that? It's a dock that's more common in the UK. It usually grows with the stinging nettles. And I can't think of which dock it is. But usually where you'll find, is it broadleaf dock? Okay. Yeah, usually, at least I've read, where you find the stinging nettle, you'll find that dock around there as well. If you get someone else, you can rub a dock leaf on it and take the sting away. Yep, but not, I don't think all dock leaves are as effective. And I'm in Louisiana. See, we got Oregon and Michigan over here. Hello from Louisiana. Ah, well, welcome from Tennessee. And thank you. I was supposed to go to Tennessee next month to visit. I do love Tennessee. It's beautiful. I'm not sure if I'll be doing that at this point. But congratulations on living in Tennessee. You guys have so many dangerous things in the woods there. How do you manage out there? Are you talking about Louisiana? We're not as dangerous as other places. We have some snakes, but yeah, I mean, what things are you thinking of? We have mosquitoes. It's not really dangerous. Some venomous snakes, but I mean, just wear boots. Keep your eyes open. We don't have alligators everywhere, at least where I am. But alligators prefer smaller creatures. You know, I've never gotten bit by a leech. I've never seen a leech in person before, and I don't think I know anyone who's been bitten by a leech. And I've been swimming in creeks for a while. Lyme disease, and I haven't gotten Lyme disease before either. New York is more dangerous than the woods. That's a debatable topic, Beach Family Homestead. I didn't enjoy New York City. I did feel in danger there. I feel like Texas has some more dangerous animals. You know, it's Florida has the bigger crocodile type of things, I think. More poisonous, the more hot it gets. Louisiana's not too bad. You thought most of the water down here was swampy. No. No. No, there's not leeches in every body of water. No, there might be snakes in every body of water, but most of the time they avoid you. I mean, you got to keep your eye open. I have been walking in the creek and seen water moccasins, but I just turn around and walk the other way and I don't get bit. So, yeah, mosquitoes can be bad, but just spray yourself if you want to survive. And yeah, not all the water is swampy. We have lakes that we can swim in and creeks. You've been bitten by leeches. Ew. I really don't like the idea of leeches. Yeah, I mean, if it wants my blood, I don't like it. I don't want it to touch me. I'm glad we don't have leeches in California. Yeah. I don't know what kind of... Do leeches prefer swampy environments? I would imagine. I've just never heard of anyone I know being bit by any. Some people keep leeches as pets. I don't know if I would do that. I'm not sure. What do leeches eat besides people? Do they survive on fish blood? Do they eat other things besides blood? I need to know these things. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad you like my videos. You're south of me in River Ridge. Cool. I'm glad you watch. It's really interesting to know that all these plants around us are useful. At least I think it's interesting. Leeches eat blood of all mammals. So is that is that all they eat? Brian, if you're still here, let me know if you've ever seen leeches or you know anybody in Louisiana that's come in contact with leeches. Do a video walking through Fontainebleau State Park. Yeah, it is nice over there. It's naturey. fountain blue. We have no leeches here. Yeah. Leeches aren't too common. Yeah, I've never seen any leeches. I have been swimming in a clear creek. It's almost clear anyway. It's not brown. And all I see are little fishies. No leeches. I think I'm okay. Hello, Overlook Valley Homestead. I think our water is too cold here for anything. Yeah, the creek that I've been swimming in has not been warm. Like, I think it stays cold. But yeah, normally the water warms up, like in the lakes and pools. The water gets warmer. It's nice. It's enough to cool you off from the 90 degrees. Mosquito and gnat repellent. You can use anything that smells strong. There are some plants that you can rub on you that'll keep the mosquitoes off. I need to bring a thermometer for that creek, Crypto, because I think it's got to be 60 or below. And that's cold for here. It's cold to go swimming in. All right. I think I'm going to get off of here. I think this has been a pretty cool live stream. Had to check it out on YouTube. Haven't done the live stream before on here. But now I have. Now I'm a veteran. Sam. I didn't realize that was you. Thank you. And thank you guys. Yes, I'm going to try to get a schedule and get here regularly. Maybe Monday evenings. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. You guys are cool. I learned about leeches. See you guys later.